what you're saying is everyone's coming to this space for a portion of a portion of the medicine. They're not really taking the rest of it that's needed. And because you have so much reach, John, I think you're finally going to be able to hit more people with the shit that they really fucking need. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I did a series last year, and to be complete honest, the series was 50% for me and 50% for the audience.
right.
It was called Inner Game July. And it's so funny because here we are now, July's about to happen at the time of this recording. And I've got people hitting me up from last year, like, are you doing Inner Game July again? I need to refresh my mind. I need to get sorted out because I think there's a lot of things happening right now that are being unaddressed, but I think everybody kind of knows about it. Personally, bro, AV, when I go back to America, I see a nation of mentally ill people a lot, bro.
Yes, bro.
Um,
Yes.
you know, long
It's
story short,
scary.
yeah, dude. Long story short, I was flying back to Tokyo and have what's called an emergency passport because I needed a passport issued with a quickness to go to
Right.
Colombia earlier this year.
Right.
And the lady at the gate in Detroit, she was this like mid-40s Filipino lady, built like SpongeBob SquarePants,
Right.
and she was like, "Sir, I don't think you're going to be able to get back into Japan with this passport." And I was like, "Well, ma'am, I mean, you know, that's not the situation. This is an emergency passport. It's valid. I've already exited the country and re-entered with this passport, and you know, let's just save some time, and I'm gonna let you know." I didn't say like I was just like, you're wrong, basically.
Yeah, I already know, but go ahead. You're working
But
on it. You're still working
yeah.
on it.
So, and I was not whatever. I was not rude or nasty to her.
Right, right, right.
And she was like, "Well, sir, you don't know that, and I think you just need to take a moment here and relax. I'm gonna fix it." And I was
Bitch.
like, "Cool." And then she said something, and then she's like, "Oh," she's like, "So do you think you know better than me?" And I was like, "Actually, yeah, I do." And you're holding up this line, and then this lady started telling me, she's like, "You don't tell me what to do," and blah blah blah. And then she gets up and she starts pointing her finger in my face, like, as friendly as you and I are, I would never
Nah,
put my finger in your face because I
right.
know you've got those huge monster arms attached to you, and if you're having a bad day, maybe you just might check me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, or yeah, that's ridiculous, man. I don't
You know,
understand.
a lot of these chicks are delusional out there.
Yes,
So
they
she
are.
gets to this point. Now she's screaming at the top of her lungs. She's saying, "Get his bags off the cart. He's not going to Tokyo. Cancel his flight." Right? She's trying to get me to capitulate because that's what they
Right.
want you to do. They want you to
Sure.
bow down. And I
Right.
held my ground.
Right.
And then, of course, the manager comes by, some 260-pound thing waddling down there, and it's a
Right.
woman. She's like, "Sir, what did you do?" I was like, "Ma'am, I have done nothing wrong." I was like, "Your employee is acting out of pocket." She's putting her
Right.
finger in my face. I said, "You can pull the CCTV if you'd like to see all the facts." She's like, "I don't believe my staff has done this." Yada yada yada. So now they're like, she's like, "I need to go talk to her." So they go and they take her behind like the little wall behind the check-in counter. They start talking to her. She starts mentally breaking down, crying, and I'm just looking at this all from a business perspective. Now I'm not trying to flex when I say this. Okay,
Let's
my
go.
my flight home was originally with Lufthansa, and they wanted me to fly from Orlando to Miami, Miami to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Munich, and then Munich to Tokyo.
Shit.
And I just done the CME, the fresh and fit. I
Yeah,
might
you
have
was
gone up.
lit. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Right.
It was going to be 27 hours flight time.
Nah.
So I booked an emergency flight home. I flew business class and one-way ticket from Orlando to Tokyo via Delta was $8,000, right?
Let's go.
So the point I was trying to make, I said, "Ma'am, I just paid $8,000 for a one-way ticket." I said, "Your
Right.
company is exiting the largest financial difficulty it has ever had via the pandemic." I said, "If you feel your job is totally safe by endangering a high-level client like myself and canceling my flight
That's what
and
I'm talking
taking
about.
$8,000 revenue out of your company's pocket, therefore eventually your pocket, and you think this is the best course of action, by all means, please cancel my flight because I'm going to get home no matter what. Damage you do to your business via me hating Delta for your incompetence is forever. So then she went back over there and she's like, well, I'm going to let him on the flight. And the lady's like, I can't believe this, blah, 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 blah. And like throwing a fit. And I happily strutted onto that flight. But what my question is this: who in their right fucking mind would act like that, and who in their right fucking mind would want to tolerate that shit?
Fucking animals, bro.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. There's a silent epidemic of mental illness across all of America
Yeah, bro.
because we're straying away from nature. We're telling women to act like men, we're telling men to act like women, and everybody's fucking miserable. And this manifests itself in psychological issues. And I realized that that's why these guys need so much help. And it's a completely unserviced part of the world that needs help. It's like
Yeah,
everybody's going around with their check oil light on and nobody's doing anything about it.
right.
And so
Yeah,
that's
man.
part of the inner game thing that I've been doing.
Man, I think that is, again, because you have so much reach and impact, man. I mean, I'm glad that your content has evolved. You know what I mean? You're not trying to hold on to what's hot. You're actually presenting what's necessary. And I think you build your name to the point where people respect you.